Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it seems we have some bigger problems here. Well, not necessarily bigger problems, but bigger problems for Disney. Because they're losing subscribers. Millions, actually. Rejoice and clap. Rejoice and clap. Because we all know that Disney needs to go down, and this is one way to do it because they're not doing so hot. What we have here is that Disney Plus loses 4 million subscribers, prepares to pull some content. Says Disney hasn't quite plussed up its subscriber numbers this year, ahead of the Walt Disney Company's quarterly earnings all called today. The Bob Iger run company revealed that Disney Plus saw a loss of 4 million subscribers. The number marked a continued decline for the streamer, having lost 2.4 million in its last quarter of 2022. The largest chunk of subscriber losses this time around are in India and parts of Asia, where Disney Plus is branded as Disney Plus Hotstar due to the company recently losing the streaming rights to the Indian Premier League's cricket matches. Meanwhile, Disney-owned streaming services Hulu and ESPN's Plus subscriber numbers have remained strong, the former gaining 200,000 subs and the latter gaining 400,000. Iger also announced a plan to make Hulu content available on Disney Plus as part of one app experience before the end of the calendar year, which is probably not going to help Disney. This kind of just shows, though, on what the majority of the populace and what a lot of people are thinking about Disney. Disney is a cancer, and people just don't want their kids indoctrinated and shown these incredible bad stuff that Disney tries to promote. And we are seeing time and time again to where a lot of their movies are just falling and falling and falling, and the only one they recently maybe have done decently well was Guardians of the Galaxy, which, to be honest, is their last bread and butter, and they may try to even revive that just to stay afloat, but that's yet to be seen because we don't know how well that movie is going to do. Despite the subscriber numbers, the House of Mouse overall has managed to best Wall Street expectations for the quarter due to its theme park revenue and to the devastating continual mass layoffs. Disney Plus has even minimized its streaming losses by 26%, an improvement from last year. On top of that, during the earnings call, Disney Chief Financial Officer Christine McCarthy announced that Disney Plus will pull an HBO Max, removing content. Well. That's kind of funny because the more they remove content, less good content there is on Disney Plus, and the more less people are going to want to watch it. Including when you start adding like Black Ariel and all these other very far woke BS movies that nobody wants to watch or highly criticized, and you put them on there, there's going to be even less people wanting to watch that, and more people are going to unsubscribing. But please, keep on destroying your company. I hate you. We will be removing certain content from our streaming platforms and currently expect to take an impairment charge of approximately 1.5 to 1.8 billion, McCarthy told investors. She went to say this plan would be implemented as soon as the third quarter and that the streamer would produce lower volumes of content, a move ripped from the playbook that David Zaslav established at Warner Media, home to HBO Max. Well, and then we have more as well. Disney Plus sheds 4 million subscribers and second straight quarterly drop. Streaming losses narrowed by 26%. We have here that Disney ended the quarter with 158.7 million subscribers at Disney Plus, significantly missing Wall Street's estimate of 163.17 million subs. That projected figure would have been up from the 161.8 million subs, plus it fell to the prior quarter. The second drop was driven by a 4.6 million sequential decline at Disney Plus Hotstar, the version of the service offered in India and parts of Southeast Asia. Last year, Disney lost streaming rights to Indian Premier, and the US Canada Disney Plus lost about 300,000 subs to reach 46.3 million. While it added nearly 1 million international markets, including Disney Plus Hotstar. Hulu gained 200,000 in the quarter to stand at 48.2 million, and ESPN Plus increased by 400,000 to 5.3 million. Which, by the way, this kind of makes sense because if Hulu is going to have some of the Disney Plus stuff on there anyways, it makes more logical sense, especially with the economy the way it is, to unsubscribe from Disney Plus and maybe subscribe to Hulu that offers the same things that Disney Plus does, but, not having to subscribe to two different applications because or streaming services rather, because all this stuff starts to ramp up, right? All this starts to become really expensive, and I think once people soon to realize that there's just to cut down on more stuff that you have in a subscription base, the more money they're going to saving in the long term. So in the long run. So I think we expect this to happen more frequently as time goes by. During Disney's earnings call with analysts later Wednesday, Iger, who returned to his post as CEO last fall upon the ousting of Bob Chapek, announced that Hulu content will be introduced on Disney Plus later this year in one app experience. Also on the call, CTFO Christian McCarthy announced Disney is in the process of reviewing the content on DTC services to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content curation, and will be removing certain content from our streaming platforms. According to McCarthy, Disney expects a write-down in Q3 of 1.5 to 1.8 billion for removing the content. McCarthy also said going forward we could intend to produce lower volumes of content in alignment with this strategic shift. Which, again, I think you'll be reaching, once you start doing that type of stuff as well, you'll probably be reaching like the Netflix type of issue as well, where they start having less content, and since Netflix started doing more poorly after that is due to this. So I think Disney is going to be shaved quite a bit. It's just going to take time, and the more stuff that Disney Plus hits, the more people that are probably going to losing. And the worst thing is for Disney is that this is probably just like, as I said, COVID is just hitting. The 1.7 trillion that our country has, or our government has enacted or put into place, hasn't even hit us yet. So once that hits, there'll be even more people unsubscribing, and hopefully for the better, because Disney needs to go under. The content spending cuts will hit primarily in 2024 because so much has already been committed this year. Wall Street forecasts earnings per share EPS of 93 cents on 21.87 billion in revenue, according to analyst consensus data provided by Revitiv. Disney reported adjusted EPS of 93 cents on 21.8 to 82 billion in revenue. Disney posted negative free cash flow of 168 million for the quarter. Starting with its fiscal quarter 2 2022, Disney restructured its financial results into two segments: Disney Media Entertainment Distribution and Disney Parks Experiences and Products. Disney's direct-to-consumer revenue for the quarter rose 12% to 5.5 billion, while its operating loss decreased 6% to 1.1 billion, which is better than analysts forecasted. At Disney's linear TV networks, revenue dropped 7% to 6.6 billion, and operating income decreased 35% to 1.8 billion. Revenue for Disney's domestic TV channels business, which include ABC, and 9% decreased to 4% to 5.6 billion, and operating income decreased to 33% to 1.6 billion. The drop in operating income was attributable to lower ad revenue and higher sports programming and budgeting costs. So we have international channels. Revenue for a quarter dropped 18% to 1.1 billion, and operating income fell 65% to 85 billion. So yeah, it's not looking too great for Disney. They're in terms of this stuff. Some of their costs have been decreasing, obviously due to them cutting stuff off and removing staff, etc. So yeah, the costs are going down, but that also means that they're not necessarily making more money. They're just not losing as much money as they were before, not had to making cuts. So there you have it. And then we have this as well, where Disney is not doing too hot here on this day, pretty much down. And then you have 5 days, it's just even worse. It's still in the red, going down. And then you have even a month. You have all this. It's just like it kind of goes up and down, but then it just tears off into oblivion. And then we have this where even 6 months, this is still not doing good. So whatever we're doing, guys, keep on doing it. Of course, in the year, it's been up. But it only took 6 months to really make Disney start feeling some pain here. And let's keep at it, shall we? Because the more paying for Disney, the better for our kids, the better for our country, and overall better all for our mental health. Because Disney is only trying to indoctrinate people, push an agenda, and we're not here for that. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.